Today is March 1st and it's a B-Day. I'm Melissa Diaz.
And I'm Kiara Montijano. On today's program, we'll hear from Link Crew with their March birthday video. But first, the news.
Welcome to Trojan Broadcast News. In local news, we have a PHS Sports update from TJ Fife.
Hey Trojans, recently I talked to Athletic Director Ray McClintock and asked him how does he think sports for this season will play out, including fall, winter, and spring sports.
Hey Trojans, this is your Athletic Director Ray McClintock here to give you guys some updates on sports. We've got some good news for you. We have been given the go-ahead to begin some sports in limited capacity. And what those sports are right now are boys and girls golf, boys and girls tennis, cross country, and swim. What this means is that we in the Vine Valley League are now working on a two season of sport schedule. So we no longer are working with the same seasons, the typical fall sports and the typical winter sports and typical spring sports. It's all different this year because of COVID. And basically what we did is we wanted to maximize the likelihood that sports would be able to compete based on their given tier. So in the season one sport, like the season one, like I just mentioned, are those 5 sports because they are outdoor distance activities where the most, that are the most safe during this period of COVID, especially as we're in the purple tier. And then as we go ahead and open up, Sonoma County rolls into less restrictive tiers like red and orange and yellow, more sports will be able to compete. Football, a traditional fall sport, is included in that season one, but they are still an orange level sport, okay? So they will not be able to compete until Sonoma County reaches that orange level.
Thank you, Mr. McClintock, for that. There is only one change, and this was discovered very recently. The football team has started full-blown practices in pads and gear last Friday, February 26th. They are preparing for a season which will happen in about a week or so on March 12th against Justin Siena, and we will be playing in Napa. Next, I asked Mr. McClintock, how does he think winter and spring sports will be affected, and how does he plan to let those sports play out if they go into the summer vacation?
And then lastly, for the winter and spring sports, the traditional winter and spring sports, as I already mentioned, the traditional winter sports of soccer and basketball and wrestling, and spring being baseball and softball and swim and track, are looking a little different this year, a lot different this year because of COVID. And they are no longer going to happen in that traditional kind of calendar organization by the season. It's going to be based on that two season schedule that I said the VVAL has adopted. Okay. For more information on the tiers, which sport belongs to which tier, for the Vine Valley schedules, any COVID precautions, anything like that, go to the athletics website on the PHS website and you can get all the information you like. And if you're interested in participating in any of these sports or sports coming up, definitely reach out to the head coach and you can find their info on the website as well, and let them know that you're interested, okay? Any other questions, feel free to email me anytime. Info's on the website as well. And take care. Go Trojans.
And as of right now, that is all the information we have on sports so far. Thank you again, Mr. McClintock, for taking the time to talk with me and answer some of my questions. Now let's go back to you, Melissa.
Thanks, TJ, for that report.
In national news, science fiction is starting to become a reality with the birth of black-footed ferret Elizabeth Ann. This may not seem like a big deal, but Elizabeth Ann is no ordinary ferret. Elizabeth is one of the first successfully cloned endangered animals. Her genes originated from another ferret named Willa. Willa is the last of her kind, and scientists believe that Elizabeth's genetic diversity will help the species make its comeback. Scientists hope that this process of cloning will continue to work and help bring back more endangered animals all over the world.
And finally, in international news, hundreds of thousands of people are protesting in Mynamar in response to a military coup that occurred in early February. The protests have been occurring every single day since February 1st, when the military took over. This act by the military ended Myanmar's decade-long shift to a democracy. Factories, workplaces, and shops were shut down across the country last Monday in response to the protests and a call for a nationwide strike. The protest movement is seeking to restore power to the elected government of Aung San Suu Kyi and have her and other leaders released from detention. A woman protesting in Myanmar's capital said, "We don't want to be governed by the regime. We will fight against them until we win."
More information about these news stories can be found in the video's description. And now, this week's first announcement is from Link Crew.
Hey everybody, I'm Brianna. I'm from Link Crew. I just want to give a shout out to all of those freshman March birthdays. Have a happy birthday and enjoy your day.
Thanks, Link Crew. We at TVC want to wish all our freshmen born in March a happy birthday.
And that's it for this week's program. Stay safe out there, Trojans.
This is Trojan Broadcast Channel. Make it a great day.